Hello everyone, this is James Shipsides from Teresa's Soundworld Alternative Music blog. Now, if you have been watching my Instagram, you'd have seen recently that I've done a video review of a gig I went to recently. I saw a live performance at the Exchange, which is a venue in Bristol, England. And the acts I saw were Chris Farren, who is a solo artist from the US, and also Ravetank, who is an act from Bath, England. Now, in my review, which you can watch by either clicking on the link tree there and selecting Instagram, or it might be down here, the link tree, or it might be in the comments. You can click on that and watch my review if you haven't done already. Now, within the review, as usual, I'm mentioning various bands and artists. What I do as a companion piece with these reviews is create a playlist, which is where I take all the bands and artists and I select a track by them. It might be the original studio version of a song that everyone knows, or it might be an alternate take or something obscure or a live version. But what I do is, so I've created a new YouTube channel and I've created this playlist based on the review. So I've added a track by Chris Farren, I've added a track by Ravetank, but I've also added a track by all the bands and artists I mentioned. So that includes songs by The Wedding Present, Sonic Youth, Pink Floyd, Hawkwind, Syd Barrett, Mark Fry, Black Sabbath, Jake Thackeray, The Electric Six, Queen, Jeff Buckley, Slowdive, My Bloody Valentine, Fugazi, Gene Page, Pearl Jam, Blur, AC/DC, and Be Me Seed. Now, something that I also do in my reviews is mention things that are of some sort of cultural, usually non-musical reference. So I try and find a clip to kind of back that up in case people don't know what I'm talking about. Now, in my music review, I was at the Exchange in Bristol, which is not that far from Templemead Station, the big train station in Bristol. And people who are into UK alternative comedy will know that that's the station that the young ones in the TV show the same name, they terrorise Templemead Station. So I found that clip and it's to the dulcet tones of Lemmy with Motorhead giving a banging rendition of the Ace of Spades. It's a classic clip and I've put it right at the end of the playlist. Also, something else that I've added is a clip from a news report about Keith Haring, who was a New York graffiti artist, and he was quite prominent in the 1980s. And the reason that I'm including a little clip about him to finish the playlist off is when I saw Chris Farren, he was using a multimedia approach that I explain in my review, and some of the visual effects reminded me of Keith Haring's artwork. So anyway, click on Linktree to find my YouTube channel, or if you're watching on something like Facebook, you'll find in the description that I'll put a link to that also. Check out all the music, give it a go, see what you think. And also, just to make sure that you're watching this, here's a question. Which of the bands or artists contributed to some permanent hearing loss for me? Now, if you know me, you probably know the answer, but let's just see, can you work this one out? Anyway, click on the links, see my review if you haven't watched it already, click on the playlist link and have a listen to a very diverse playlist. I've been James Shipsides from Teresa's Soundworld Alternative Music blog. Cheers for now.